Patrick,
Matt.
I have something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, boy. This is getting awkward.
It's
already.
awkward. All right, we're starting. This is it. This is episode number 1 of Listen LowCo.
That's right.
We're just starting, and that is the theme of this first episode: is just start, because we have been putting this off for
At least 5 months.
5 months, something like that.
Probably since we moved in here.
Yeah. We said, we're gonna start in the fall. We had all these grand plans and ideas. We had like 2 false starts, and
Even at the old location, we had this idea.
yeah, we did. So what is the idea? Tell us what the idea is.
For this podcast?
Yeah. Like, wait, so obviously it's a podcast, right?
We want to talk with local business owners, whether they grew up in this area, moved to this area, just learn and hear about their story, what it's like to own a business in a lone country, any challenges they faced, anything that makes this area unique from a business owner perspective, wins, losses, all the nitty-gritty that it takes to run a business, not just all the successful stuff, but all the stuff people don't realize behind the scenes that it takes.
Right. And I think along the way, we'll probably dive into sort of our area of marketing, video production, how it can help, tips and tricks, ideas. So it's not just the storytelling of the businesses, but it's also how can we apply what we know and our expertise to help local businesses then.
Correct. Yeah. So I see this as a platform for business owners to come on and tell their story. We'll get to promote it on each of our social platforms, as well as we build the Listen LowCo social platform and YouTube channel. It'll be promoted on that as well, and then they get a video edit that they can take out clips and use for their own socials or website. So I think it'll be a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I do too. So yeah, and just to continue on that, bringing people on is going to be free for them. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's not going to cost them anything. They're going to get a piece of content that then they could use in their own marketing. Now, if they want to continue, great. We're here. Our services are available. For those of you that maybe just now jumping on, I don't know why I would say that because it's not live, but
we don't even know if we'll post this.
Well, we're going to post it.
I don't know.
I'm
not sure if we want to post it, but
yeah, just to reiterate, this podcast, the plan is to call it Listen LowCo. It's to feature local businesses. It features myself, Matt Holmes. I'm the owner of 221B Studios. We're a video production and podcast production company here in Bluffton. Our studio is here in the Grind Roasters in Sheridan Park.
There's your
proudly,
we'll
do
sponsor.
That. Well, look at that camera now. There's a sponsor.
Yeah, Ian should come in. And
we'll have
we
Ian
have to have Ian on.
We'll have Ian in, and see the copper behind you.
Yeah, he needs to sponsor it.
But and then Patrick, you are
Patrick Malone. I own Kickstart Local. We are a web design and digital marketing company. So we do everything. Honestly, we work with a lot of businesses who are just starting out. So they need everything from logo design, website design, getting all the social profiles up. So we kind of go through that entire process of what's the foundation to get you to the point where you are ready to market. And then we offer the digital marketing services. So search engine optimization, Google ads, YouTube ads, social media marketing.
Yep.
Pretty much, I'd say anything, digitally.
Cool. Yeah. So I like to tell people that, when they do hire Patrick and I for a project, I help create the content. He makes sure it gets seen by the right people.
And then I have clients who need video and stuff. Then Matt could come out and shoot.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think between the two of us, we can handle pretty much anything. I would say digital online.
Yeah.
Everything from branding, video production, websites, digital marketing. We can all do that here.
Yeah. So, okay. So we talk about like the theme of this being just start. You mentioned we've been putting this off for like 6 months. I think that's what we want to encourage people by just doing this, right? may not look perfect as you can see here. Like, I think one thing that's held us up is we've been like, well, we have to get the website.
We got to get the
first.
brand, we got to get the name, all the socials, the
Right.
website,
Build it
which
out. So we have somewhere to put everything. But
we're starting.
what that did, right? We started it. You can see it here.
Yeah.
The site on different screens and stuff. But what that kept us from doing was actually just sitting down and starting to record. And I think that's what I want to try to communicate to our audience today. I'm going to break the fourth wall and talk to them right there.
Yeah.
But like, if you've been thinking about trying something in your business, you've been thinking about expanding your marketing, if you've been thinking about getting into video or maybe even podcasting, or you wanted to try paid ad campaigns or whatever, just start. Just
Isn't that a book? Just
do it.
start.
I think probably the person violated copyright all over the place.
Yeah, we're gonna get YouTube violated.
But just do it. Like, even if you just do it yourself and you just start making videos on your own, try it out. And
most of the I agree. This episode is obviously not gonna be our best. It might be terrible, but I think it's just repetition over time. You get better at anything you put your mind to. I used to do coaching with my ecom students, and I would always say imperfect action is always going to outperform perfect inaction.
Right.
So it's like that paralysis of analysis. Everyone just gets stuck. Everyone wants everything to be perfect to start.
Yeah.
But then you never get anywhere.
Right.
So I think it's just important to, I say fail quickly, fail forward, learn from your mistakes, and just keep moving forward.
Yep.
But it goes back to starting.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you have an idea, you just need to run with it.
Right. And I think why I tell people just to do it, just go ahead and start yourself. Try something, is because sometimes you get overwhelmed with, well, what's it going to cost me? I got to find the right person. We're the right people.
Yep.
But sometimes you just need to get out there and do it. Either find out, hey, I really like doing this. I like making my own videos. I like making my own content. I like running my own campaigns. Or you realize
I need help.
I don't need expertise. I need help. I need, and
it's way more work than I thought it would be.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things that you figure out as you.
For sure.
But you got to get started.
Right.
It's kind of like that analogy of like you put address into a GPS to get to a destination. If you just sit still in the car, it'll just keep spinning and spinning and spinning. It can't direct you where to go because you're not moving.
Right.
So once you start moving, if you get off course, it'll redirect you. But I guess the secret, not the secret, but the most important thing is that you start
can't steer ship
moving forward. Yeah, right. You gotta start somewhere.
I got a story. So it's actually just happened like right before we came in here. So there's a prospect that I've been working on for a while. Actually, I did some business with them a little while back, and I sent them. This is back probably in the summer, or a little before, back in the spring of last year. Sent him a proposal. He had kind of big ideas for what he wanted to do with his YouTube channel, and I sent him this proposal and everything. And it was not an inexpensive proposal. What he wanted to do was a pretty involved, production routine and schedule. And I kind of got back with him a couple of times, and he said, "Yeah, we're not quite ready to pull the trigger yet. We're still trying to figure some stuff out. It's a new business here. I won't say who they are." But I just kind of thought the other day, or actually no, I was driving home for lunch. Like, this was like an hour and a half ago, driving home for lunch, and I saw one of their trucks on going to our neighborhood.
Okay.
And I thought, okay. And I saw that they had their website address on the back window and their social stickers. Now that, all right, so they're obviously promoting their socials. They must be making content now, and I'm not doing it. So I went onto their social, and the owner of the business is doing his own video stuff.
Okay, that's
and at
cool.
first I was like, dang it, like he found someone else. Like, who did he find? And I started watching it, and this is not to disparage at all, but I could tell by watching it, like, I'm pretty sure he's probably doing it on his own. He got a good gimbal, and he got his phone, and he started recording, and he's making content consistently. And I was like, now that I think about it, having this conversation, I'm like,
he did exactly what
they're
talking about.
And I'm really proud of him. Now granted, he's got way more professional experience and accolades than I do, so I can't feel like I'm lording it over. But the fact that he's just getting out there and doing it is awesome. And if that continues to work for him and he can pull in people, great. Frankly, I think we can help. I think we can help from a production standpoint. I think you can help from a visibility standpoint because they don't have a ton of views.
Yeah, if you're going to get the content is part one.
Right.
Recording the content, posting the content, but then how do you get it in front of the right eyeballs? How do you get in front of your ideal client? Yeah. So that's where we usually would help, step in and do some targeting as far as like paid ads or something or strategy. But yeah, I keep telling all my clients to start doing video. Like, it's the best way to connect with an audience. I think people nowadays want to do business more with a person than a brand,
Sure.
especially with like all the influencers out there nowadays.
Yep.
So you almost, I don't want to say you become a micro influencer in
do,
your
though.
local
You
area,
do.
but
Yeah.
it's the
That's true.
familiarity of people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the best way to do that is through video and social media.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. And
I need to do it. I want my clients to do it. So I would say this is probably my step one for me, putting out video content, because I
Yep.
honestly hate being on camera. A lot easier for us to sit here and have a conversation than for me to go out and just sit in front of a phone and read a script. So
Yeah.
this is me stepping out of my comfort zone
Well,
and just starting.
You're good. You're good in this setting.
I'm more comfortable. Yeah,
You've
yeah.
been on here. We just kind of randomly done
Right.
stuff before that wasn't the actual podcast for Listen LowCo or anything else, and you were really good. And you know what you're talking
I
about. So
appreciate
it comes
that.
across well.
Once I'm in, like, I won't say the zone, but once I get through the initial awkwardness of like doing an introduction or the scripted part, it gets easier. So that's why I'm hoping from just this atmosphere and bringing business owners on as well. Once they get into telling their story, I think you'll be able to see more into the personality behind like the company and stuff.
Yep.
And I think that's what people connect with. They're going to connect with the person.
Yeah, I agree. I
So-
agree. And I think over time, as we communicate what we do and tell the stories and show expertise, I think that helps. I think that's what helps any other business, not just ours, to be on here, to be in front of people. They see that you care. They see you're real. They see that you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
And now and if you've already answered half the questions they have, now when they have one that, or they need your help, they know who to come to.
Yeah, I think the goal with the video and content in general is, people are on socials right now either for, I just had this conversation with a client yesterday. People are on there for entertainment or education. So you got to kind of figure out what your brand is and what your services are. And like, we're obviously more of an educational platform. Like, we're not going to get up and start doing kind of TikTok dances and stuff like that, but
Maybe one day.
maybe,
You never know.
maybe there would have to be alcohol involved for sure. And lots of it. But no, like, think of things that your clients are, frequently asked questions. What can you answer through video and make that your content strategy versus I need to post, every single day something.
Right.
Like, it's more helpful and educational. You're going to draw in your ideal client that way by providing helpful information.
Yeah.
This is a good start for us. We have our logo and branding somewhat done, but we're just, I guess, lead by example.
Yep.
I think I'm a big proponent when I sell my marketing services. Like, I'm not going to speak specifically about a lot of other agencies, but everything that I recommend my clients, like, I do it for my own business. I've done it I had e-commerce businesses for 10 years. So like, everything I did every day marketing those businesses, I now do for local businesses. So like, I don't believe in selling a service that I don't personally use in my own business on a daily basis. So us using this platform to kind of educate and interview other business owners, I think, is a good stepping stone to encourage others to kind of, start shooting their own content.
Yep. I agree.
Where that goes, I have no idea.
We're going to find out.
I don't
Welcome
know.
to the ride. So there you go. Next episode coming soon.
Who should be our first guest? Ian?
Ian probably should be the first.
He should be. I think so. This is his spot. And just to let everyone know, my office is also in the grind. So we have two offices here, kind of right next to each other. But yeah, that's a cool atmosphere.
Yep. I agree. Cool. Well, that's it.
That's
a wrap.
That's a wrap for starting.
Here we go.
All right.
Ball's rolling now.